Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Young here, and today I'm back in our Fortnite video. And in today's video, I want to share with you guys the settings that you guys should change if you want to improve your editing and edit much faster in this game. I'm going to show you guys all the settings that you guys need to change, and as well give you guys some very easy and practical tips that you guys can use to improve your editing speed exponentially. So if you are looking to improve your editing speed, definitely stay to the end of the video. And real quick, before we get into the video, I have a V-Buck giveaway. I give away 2,000 V-Bucks every single Friday. So if you guys would like to participate and enter the giveaway, all you guys have to do is to drop a like on this video. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys do hit that post notification bell so you guys get notified for every single new upload and when I announce the winners on every Friday. And as well, drop a comment down below of either your Xbox gamer tag, your PSN gamer tag, or Epic account, and you guys will be automatically entered into the next giveaway. Also, make sure you guys have me added and supported as a creator in the item shop. All you guys have to do is go down to the bottom right, click on support a creator, type in my creator code, which is Young Humor, hit accept. Just remember, it changes every 2 weeks, so make sure you guys double check that you have it in. And alright guys, let's go right to the video. Alright, so in this video, I want to share with you guys a couple settings that you guys need to change if you are looking to improve your editing speed a lot. So going into my settings and showing you guys these settings that you guys should change. So this setting change is something that I've done very recently, and it has really helped, it exponentially helped me improve my aim and also my edits. So what I did that has made the biggest difference for me is going to be some of my dead zone settings. Now when it comes to your dead zone settings, I think it's really interesting because you need to know exactly what you want to change. So I used to play on 11% on both, and normally when I chose my dead zones, I chose a dead zone in which that felt pretty comfortable and didn't have any stick drift. So I would have the lowest dead zones that I could without having any stick drift. But then there was a couple things that I've really noticed as well, is when you play on a lower dead zone, everything feels super responsive, everything feels really fast, meaning you're going to be able to be a lot more accurate and you're going to be able to edit a lot better on a lower dead zone. But of course there is the problem of stick drift. So one of the things that I've came to the conclusion of is when you're choosing your dead zones, you want to have for your left analog stick, for your move stick dead zone, you want to make sure that you don't have any stick drift at all, but you want to lower your look stick dead zone, so that's going to be your right analog stick. You want to play on a little bit lower dead zone on that analog stick. And of course, when you do that, you're going to have a little bit of stick drift on that analog stick. But when it comes to your look stick dead zone, it really doesn't matter, because if you have a little bit of stick drift on that right side, it really doesn't make any difference at all. Because the reason being is when it comes to your dead zones, the reason why you don't want to have any stick drift on your look stick dead zone, so the top one, the reason why you don't want any stick drift on that one is because if you do, what's going to happen is if you try to pop a med kit or a mini, if you try to get off any shield, your character is going to move and it's going to cancel that animation. So you don't want to have any stick drift when you're moving. You don't want to be like slightly moving to the left or right, but it's fine if you have a little bit of stick drift on your look stick dead zone, because you only notice it when you're standing still. Because in game, if you're constantly in gunfight and looking around, it doesn't matter if you have stick drift, because you're not going to notice it at all, because you only notice stick drift when you're completely standing still. And when you're in gunfight against another player, you're not going to be, just looking in a single direction. So you're not going to notice the stick drift, and it isn't going to really restrict you in any way, other than it can be a little bit annoying sometimes because of the stick drift. But like I said, you want to play on a lower look stick dead zone. Now you can choose what you want to play on. I mean, you can go as low as 5%. Everything feels super responsive, super fast. You're definitely going to notice that when you throw it down. But I would recommend that you play on a single digit dead zone. So anything from, I would say, below a 10% is what you ideally want to play on. Of course, if the stick drift is just absolutely atrocious, then of course you want to bump it up. I choose to play on a 7% just because I feel like that's just the most comfortable for me. You guys can play on a 5% if you like, or even whatever single digit percentage that you want, but ideally you want to be below a 10% on your look stick dead zone, just because it's going to make everything feel super responsive. So when you're going for edits, you're going to have a lot more control over your over your movement and also where you're looking. So when it comes to certain edits, it's going to be 10 times more effective, and it's going to be a lot easier to hit the edit. So the next thing that you guys want to make sure you have on, and I've mentioned this a couple of times, but you also want to make sure you have the auto open door features on. And I'm only going to briefly explain this because a lot of you guys already have this on, but in case you guys are a little bit newer and you don't, when you have this setting on, it allows you to automatically open the door if you accidentally make one on a wall. And this is super effective for a lot of reasons, because if you accidentally mess up your door edit, you're not going to lose as much momentum as if you have this setting on, you run up against the wall, then your character is going to completely lose all of its momentum and come to a standstill. So you want to make sure you have this setting on, so in case you accidentally mess up one of your edits, it's not going to be that big of a deal, because you're not going to lose as much momentum as, say, you come to a complete stop because you don't have this setting on at all. And I really don't have any problems, like if you're running in buildings, I really don't see this as an issue, because that's sometimes a reason why people don't have it on in the first place. But you just want to have this setting on. It's a big help overall. And I do have the confirm edit on release on, because I know a lot of you guys ask me if I do. I definitely have that setting on. It clears up an extra bind for constantly confirming every single time I go for the edit. I think it's a lot better, even though I feel like it's just slightly faster if you have it off and you have double edit binds. But I really do like having edit on release on. So the next thing that you guys want to do, if you want to improve your edits and really become the best editor that you can, there's only 4 edits in this game that you want to practice, and the 4 edits that you want to master. And if you just practice these 4 edits, you guys are going to be extremely good at this game when it comes to editing, because these are the most important edits of the game. So the first one is going to be the simple wall edit, as I'm showing here, where I'm just going through and editing the 3 bottom corner squares on the left side and also the right side. This is the first edit that you guys want to master, and it's going to be a very effective one because you constantly do this almost every single game. You're going to be constantly editing your walls and making this sort of edit and movement. So you really want to make sure you practice this edit specifically, just because you use it so much. And the biggest goal is not necessarily speed. When you're practicing your edits, the number one goal that you want to have is going to be building consistency, because that is really what's going to make you a much better editor in this game, because you can be as fast as you want, but if you're not consistent and you're messing up your edits and you're really only hitting it 50% of the time, it's not going to be as beneficial as if it's a little bit slower but you're 100% consistent with your edits. So focus on consistency when you're practicing your editing speed and also just hitting the edits overall. And so the second edit that you guys want to master and practice as much as possible is going to be your double edits, and specifically when it comes to editing a floor and a cone, because this is an edit that you do a lot when you're editing out of boxes. If you're maybe doing there's a ton of high ground retakes in which you need to really practice this edit. So this is an edit that you guys really want to focus on and improve on, and is really going to make a big difference on your game. So that is going to be the second one that you want to practice. The third one is going to be the ramp flip, because this one's really important if you're trying to do the mongrel classic. When you go for a wall replace, you take the wall, you place your own wall, you edit that wall, and then you make a ramp inside their box, and then you edit it as I'm showing here. That is something that happens a lot, and it's a very effective building and editing technique. So you want to practice your ramp flips. Also at the same time, maybe if you ramp above another player, you want to go for a quick ramp flip down so that you have an open shot on that player that you're going against. So this is just a very effective one that you really do quite a bit in game. So you want to make sure you practice your ramp flips. And so the third edit that you guys want to master is going to be hitting the edit on the top 3 squares on either the right side or the left side. The reason why this edit is so important is because it's just such an overpowered edit in gunfights, because when you go for this edit, it is very effective for allowing you to line up your shot on the other player, while at the same time giving you a right hand peek advantage and kind of like a head glitch as well. So when you go for this edit, it is super effective for all of those reasons. It makes it a lot easier to get shots off on the other player. You're going to be on that right hand side, and at the same time, you're also going to have that advantage of having that slight head glitch, which means it's going to be a lot harder for the other player to get shots on you. So that is an edit that you guys really want to practice and have mastered. And I guarantee you, if you have that fourth edit that I just showed mastered, you're going to be a substantially better player in the game. You're going to be winning so many more gunfights, and you're going to be a much more effective player going against other players, whether you're playing box fights, if you're playing competitive, or even pubs. It is just going to be a game changer for you. So those are the 4 edits that you guys want to master if you want to improve your editing speed and just become an overall much better player. Because if you're practicing high ground retakes or really any other sort of edit in the game, they're pretty much almost all based off those 4, I would say, basic edits, because a lot of the retakes in this game really are just built off of those. So if you are looking to improve your high ground retakes, learn a lot more complicated building and editing techniques, as long as you have those 4 edits mastered, the other ones are going to be a lot easier and they're going to come by a lot quicker. So with that being said, that's wrap up for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys liked it, make sure you guys do hit that like button. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Hit that notification bell so you guys will get notified for every single new upload. And as well, I do live stream every single day here on this channel at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you guys hit that notification bell so you guys will get a notification when I go live here on this channel. But with that being said, I appreciate you guys watching the video. And alright guys, I'll see you in the next video.